Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we've got a whole lot of fighting game news related today coming off of the recent EVO event over the weekend. But before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so I can keep you up to date with all the latest gaming news. And don't forget that throughout the month of August, we're giving away that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition, so check out the link in the description for more information on that. Now let's get started. So one of the fighting game announcements we saw over the weekend is coming to us from SNK Global. Legends Never Die. After more than 20 years, Fatal Fury, or Garo, is coming back. Finally, the long-awaited sequel has been green-lit. Now, Garo, Mark of the Wolves was released for the Neo Geo back in 1999, and there was a Dreamcast port that was called Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves. And during EVO 2022 this weekend, SNK played this teaser trailer that showed a piece of art from the new Fatal Fury game. And since all we know is that this game has been green-lit, we may be 3 or even 4 years out from actually seeing it released. So it looks like Fatal Fury fans have something to look forward to. And in our next fighting game announcement, it appears that Tekken 8 has been announced. Let's take a look at this tweet here from the official Tekken account. Ready your fist for more. A free update with battle balance adjustments will be implemented in Tekken 7. The global finals for TWT 2023 will be held on February 4th through the 5th in 2023 in Amsterdam. And then the important part, they say watch until the end, and they give us a video here of all the new updates in Tekken 7, but then at the very end, we get this short teaser with Kazuya walking to a cliff and dropping off a body, and then it switches to more updated graphics with the caption, "Get ready." Now, the teaser didn't officially say that this was for Tekken 8, but it seems obvious to me. The last Tekken game was released 7 years ago, and it's pretty much due for a new version. I think many Tekken fans would kind of be upset if this was a swerve for maybe, like, who knows, some new puzzle game featuring Tekken characters. So again, we don't have any game footage here to see, so it could be 3 or 4 years out till we see Tekken 8. But let me know if you're looking forward to this, if you're a big fan of the Tekken series. I was more of a Street Fighter person myself. And speaking of Street Fighter, we also got an official announcement of more characters coming to Street Fighter 6. This coming to us from the official Street Fighter Twitter account. Kimberly, the spunky new ninja, and Yuri, the sadistic thrill seeker, join Street Fighter 6 when it arrives in 2023. Spray cans and portable cassette players and motorcycles have never looked more fresh. Now, if you remember a few months ago, we had a full roster leak via multiple online sources. This led many people to believe that this might have been an actual leak by Capcom themselves. But you can see both fighters in this leak. And we did have sort of a confirmation of Kimberly in one of the previous announcements. They just had her up on a billboard in the game as a new fighter. Now, Kimberly is supposed to be a student of Guy and a practitioner of the Bushinryu, but I noticed they put a lot of urban street art into her fighting style, so I'll be interested to try her out when this game comes out. And Yuri we've had in the series before, and she's supposed to be a South Korean Taekwondo artist. And I'm imagining that Capcom is going to continue to do these type of drips of here's another character or two and what they look like in Street Fighter 6. Which I think is a smart move. It keeps people interested and helps to build hype for the game that's supposed to be out sometime next year. And finally, something not fighting game related, we have an announcement here from Nintendo of America. Tune in on August 10th at 6 a.m. Pacific, which would be 9 a.m. Eastern, for a live stream Splatoon 3 Direct presentation. Join us in the Splatlands for roughly 30 minutes of updates. Now, Splatoon 3 is set to release Friday, September 9th, and with that being less than a month away, I expect this Direct will go into great detail on how the game plays and the different features. And there were some people kind of grumbling on the internet as to why we haven't seen much about Splatoon 3. People wondering if the game was going to get delayed, but I think Nintendo's been pretty calculating in how they do this. They concentrate on one game like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for a while, and now it looks like it's time to focus on Splatoon 3 and build hype for that. But with a 30-minute direct, they should be able to get into quite a bit of detail, and they'll probably show complete full matches and highlight some of the strategies. And I would expect them probably to reveal some stuff that hasn't been revealed quite yet. So this is going to be tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific or 9 a.m. Eastern. So if you're looking forward to Splatoon 3, make sure you check this out. And it looks like we have another game delay to talk about. This coming to us from VGC. Marvel's Midnight Suns has been delayed with no new date issued. So the publisher 2K had their earnings report yesterday, and in that they said that they were delaying Marvel's Midnight Suns until the end of the fiscal year, which would be March. So while the goal is to get the game out to most systems by March, some of them are going to be later than that. A statement by 2K says the title will launch later this fiscal year on Windows PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. The Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch versions will follow at a later date. Now obviously I want to wait till this game comes out to make a judgment of whether it's good or not, but I may have to question some of the judgment in the storytelling. So you have all these Marvel franchises to pull from, but instead you play a forsaken child of Lilith, the mother of demons. This is a new character called the Hunter, but if the gameplay turns out well, then all's forgiven. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Do you think it's wise that these games like Fatal Fury and Tekken are announcing their games probably 3 or 4 years before they're released? And if you're a fan of Street Fighter, who's your favorite character to play as? I've always personally enjoyed Ryu or Ken, but every once in a while I would mix it up and play Chun-Li. Be sure to drop a comment about those topics or anything else we covered today. I want to thank you for watching and be good.